Yeah.
What?
Oh no. LiftTheChucks.com has the juice.
Just look at, like, there's no bent in his legs. He's literally just standing upright. There's no bent on his back leg where he's gonna be able to kick. There's no bent on his back leg where he's gonna be able to take somebody down. He's gonna end up. Look at where he's at. I'm surprised Pereira didn't pull the legs out that much, but he's staying at the body once again, and he keeps dropping his hand to eventually, boom. To eventually dip that shoulder. If you notice too, he kind of dipped that shoulder a little bit. Watch his body. Watch his body kind of like level change right there. Now he's finding that chin. And he did the same thing he was doing before, Sean, dropping that hand. As he waved that hand down, this dude was like, all right, here you go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Fight Feedback. I'm your host, Henry Cejudo, aka Triple C. And on today's episode of Fight Feedback, I am going to be going over, that's right, the most controversial figure right now in the UFC. That's right, Sean Strickland. He's about to get a fight with Israel Adesanya next month in Sydney. What are the chances? What is it that he needs to do tactically in order for him to become victorious against a guy like Israel Adesanya? That's right. Anyhow, guys, this wouldn't be possible without our sponsor. That's right, Lifted Trucks. Lifted Trucks have been making custom trucks since 1995. You may be a 5'4" king like Triple C, but I tell you what, on the street, I'm about 12 feet tall. That's right. You heard it here first. So make sure to go to liftedtrucks.com and get your lift on. Guys, enough talk. Let's take it to the big screen. Okay, so here we have it. Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira. 5-1. You gotta take a look at that. This is what I'm talking about when the UFC is just giving you that roll to fight for the damn title. That's crazy. Never fought Bohashinya. Never fought Whitaker. Never fought Marvin. Never fought any of those dudes in the top 5, but somehow he was, they gave him a favorable matchup with Sean Strickland. 6'1" to 6'4". Anyhow, let's hit the play button. 31 years of age too. I forget, how old is Israel? Yep. But right away, just look at, like, there's no bent in his legs. He's literally just standing upright. There's no bent on his back leg where he's gonna be able to kick. There's no bent on his back leg where he's able to take somebody down. Like, he's just marching forward. Like, he's just like, hey, let's just bring the fight. He's look at how Potan's already setting him up, and he's dropping that hand. Look, going to his body. Occasionally he was setting up top, going to the body. And Sean, look, very, like, this is more likely where Israel's gonna end up hitting him right here. He's gonna end up, look at where he's at. I'm surprised Pereira didn't pull the legs out that much, but he's staying at the body once again, and he keeps dropping his hand to eventually, boom, to eventually dip that shoulder. If you notice too, he kind of dipped that shoulder a little bit. Watch, very subtle dip. You see what I'm saying? Whew. He almost kind of did it with his body. Can we go back to that one more time? I want you guys to see that. I want you guys to see the small little detail of it. Look, watch his body. Watch his body kind of like level change right there. Now he's finding that chin. And he did the same thing he was doing before, Sean, dropping that hand. As he waved that hand down, this dude was like, all right, here you go. That right hand, this dude's, you're talking about somebody that has vicious power. His name is Alex Pereira. Crazy power. Just walking in, like, no head movement, no crouching, like, it's just here. It's just like sparring session, like when you're having fun or when you're just throwing things. Level change, drop the hand, boom, there came that left hook. That's the difference between, like, an elite style of fighting and just guys that just fight just to fight. When you go against an elite striker like Pereira, you gotta make these guys fight their B side. Let's hit the play button. Yep, and then I like to show a little piece of of Pereira and Israel, because these are some of the areas where Pereira had a lot of success with Israel Adesanya. Yup, right here, kick. Yup, did a really good job. Bah, yup, right at the peroneal nerve, striking there. And it's cool because if you notice, even when Alex Pereira kicks, he doesn't throw the hips in like everybody else. Like he sits, boom, and he throws. The same way that I actually kick. Like he's not throwing the hips. He's not doing the traditional stuff that everybody does. Yeah, he's just finding a way. The closest way to get to that leg is put your butt out and kick. Yup, again. Again, when he was forced, he forced Israel to literally go southpaw. But these are some of the threats when southpaw. These are some of the threats that Sean Strickland doesn't have. Like, I'm curious to see if Sean even reaches this dude with the hands. So I got a feeling Israel's more likely to just continue to keep kicking. And then he's going to start bringing the hands in. You know, because Israel does understand. He does understand the distance game. Yep, and that has to do with the stance. Like he's wobbling, like Israel just took a chance there. He's hurt. Bah. And that's all shin too. What I love about it, and then Pereira just lost his mind here. I don't even know if I want to watch that, honestly. He just lost his mind here. He just went for broke. He threw that right, threw another one, and that was it. Yeah, look at the placement. Look at when Pereira hits him. It's right at the peroneal nerve. Dude, anybody in there, anybody, even a kickboxer, you get hit like that and against an elite one, like you will go down. You know? Yeah, and that's all she wrote. I mean, lesson learned for Pereira. Like you can't go in there and look at DC. Look at DC. Guys, sometimes I feel like these guys deserve an Academy Award, dude. Joe Rogan, look at John Anik. These guys have seen about 1,000 knockouts, but whatever. Hit the play button. Yep, and this fight right here freaking threw Israel to a whole nother level of, talent. But anyways, we go back to Sean Strickland, versus Nassourdine. Nassourdine Imavov. The French, the Dagestani French. Let's hit the play button. These fights like this, fights that people that stay in this range with Sean, this is where Sean could have success. Because Sean's just gonna throw. Again, upright. Oh, okay. I had no idea he even. I don't see him doing that to Israel. But if he does, I don't know how his jiu-jitsu is. But if he does, that's good. I mean, this is where you want to take the fight. Hands down, kind of a bit sloppy, but I will say like Sean will commit, and I think that's what makes Sean Strickland dangerous. That he'll commit with the shots. They don't have to be the prettiest or the slickest or the timing's got to be there. He just takes chances. I think that's what makes Sean Strickland, to have a bit of success in mixed martial arts. And look at that. If you guys notice, Imavov just caught that kick. Boom, right here. And he's lucky he hit him on top of the thigh. I mean, it still hurts, but Israel's going to be going right below the knee or at the knee. That's where he's going to take you out, Sean. So these are areas where you're going to have to be really careful with a guy like Israel, because the dude can kick. The dude can kick. To me, that's his best weapon. His hands are secondary. It's really his kick what starts to break your foundation. Then he starts bringing in the hands. Yeah, so let's go over these fight stats. I mean, look at this. I mean, he's an active fighter. This is the only thing that really scares me. It's right here. And Israel's going to be really relentless on the leg kicks. The leg kicks is what that's really going to hurt Sean Strickland. It's not going to be the hands. It really isn't. It's going to be those damn leg kicks. Yep, and then his last fight, Abusa's putting the hands on him, and I know him personally, good man, but he doesn't have a tank. He doesn't know how to control his threshold, and the same reason why Sean Strickland ended up stopping him. And this is exactly how it is that you're more likely to have to fight Israel. Press him. If you take a kick, give a hand, whatever it may be. But this is where you got to be, Sean. You gotta be close to him. You gotta close the distance. You want to take your chances with the hands with Israel. But if you start letting them be in kicking range, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble very, very early. Right there. That's where you want to be. Even though Israel does have that limbo hook, but you cannot allow him to continue to keep chopping your legs. And luckily, that's what taking distance does. Is when you take distance, you take away people's leg kicks, and they're forced to fight you with hands. Yeah. Can you keep it there? Can you just be a machine and take your chances of actually winning? I wouldn't see this fight as an actual 5-round fight. I will see, hey, will I have the gas tank? Could I have the will to be able to outwill Israel Adesanya and keep him here, make him fight, maybe attack his body too? But that being said, if Sean Strickland, favorable matchup, Magomedov, unfortunately, man, I was kind of bummed out with this one. But he doesn't have people that don't you can be the most technical or technical fighter, but if you don't understand how is it that you're going to finish the race, and this is a 5-round fight, I want to say. The dude didn't make it out the second round, and this dude has great technique, but sometimes you cannot put number on Will. Like Will's its own separate identity, that if you understand that, it will take it to a whole nother level. But it was a pressure. Sean, if you're able to take these chances of bringing that pressure, good. But if not, bro, I mean that's your best chance of winning, is bringing the pressure. Don't be in kick range. But if you stay in kick range and you keep that same distance that you did with Pereira, Israel Adesanya more likely is actually going to knock you out. That's just the way it is to it. You need to get better tactically, dude. You need to get better tactically. Obviously, technically, yeah, the technical side, that's you. That's you throwing punches. You're going to go for it. You're going to be high. But tactically, if you stay in that kicking range, you're in trouble. Take your chances. Take your chances by creating that fight, by taking that fight. So, but that being said, even though I'm being negative Nancy, all right, so you can get on me, Sean Strickland, on Twitter, since you love it so much. You almost love it as much as I do. But anyways, I'm here to give you a couple keys, believe it or not. So here you have it, Sean Strickland. I'm going to give you some actual keys. What would be the keys for you to beat Israel Adesanya? Yes, guys, I'm going to say it again. I'm an Israel Adesanya hater till I die. And not just that, but everybody at City Kickboxing too. Anyhow, the keys for a guy like Sean Strickland. I'm going to give you these keys. Do I think you're going to win, Sean, as you're brutally honest with the world? No, I don't. But if I'm to give you some keys that I think that you should probably take in order for you to beat a guy like Israel Adesanya, is you're going to have to take space. Take space and create fights. I mean, you have to take risk. If you don't take risks against a guy who you like to box and you don't even use your hands nor knees, you just throw hands. You're gonna have to take space, create fights, but more importantly, take risk. You're gonna have to take risks. You're gonna have to take it there. This man's objective, he's done some amazing things. His job is to actually finish you. Israel Adesanya he cannot be in Sydney, Australia and go decision with, and if he does, I'll be whatever. His job is to finish you in pretty much his hometown, his second home, Australia. You're gonna have to take space. You're gonna have to take space, create fights, take risk, and go for broke. you're planning on striking, you might as well take every chance that you have to beat him, whether it's in the first or whether in the second round. I know typically I give better keys, but because Sean is strictly one-dimensional, he's just gonna use hands against a guy who has fought some of the best, who has beat some of the best, even in the striking world and kickboxing. Like, those are your best shots, man. Take space, create fights, take risk, you know, go for broke. You know, it's a mental thing. Can you take this dude? Can you take his will? Are you gonna be able to touch his body? Can you strike, touch his body? Look for those short shots, uppercuts, left hooks. Because these straight hands, Israel's too smart. If he can dodge a kick, he's gonna be able to dodge straight hands. But can you close the distance? Throw those short little punches, or who knows, maybe even surprise him with the takedown. I'd be surprised, but if you can, I've never seen that from you besides that one little takedown that you got against the Russian. But that's about it, man. I mean, you know, Sean, I want to give you more props. You know, I know we've met before. I mean, I know last time I gave some real talk in front of all you guys when I was able to teach, but that's it, man. And I'm being brutally honest. I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But if you can do that, you'll have your chances. But if you cannot do that, this dude's gonna knock you out within 2 rounds. So there you have it, guys. I'm your host, Henry Cejudo, aka Triple C, and you guys just watch Fight Feedback. That's right, sponsored by yours truly, Lifted Trucks. Whenever you guys want a custom truck, you guys make sure to go to liftedtrucks.com and get your lift on. You may be a short king like Triple C at 5'4", but when I'm in the streets, I'm the king of the damn jungle. So make sure to go to liftedtrucks.com and get your lift on. I'm out!